Elena, from dusty decorations to scented candles, real and even artificial trees, that holiday cheer, they can kick up irritants that we breathe. Here to help us and work all that out is Axzel Sequera with AdvantaClean. Good morning to you. Thanks for coming in.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Well, what is going on with our Christmas trees making us sick? We certainly don't want that this time of year.
Right. So what happens is that if you bring into your home a tree, whether it's an artificial or a live tree, and you don't prepare for it, you may be bringing in some particles like pollen and mold that could cause some reactions.
And Axel, there's actually something called the Christmas tree syndrome. What is that and how does it affect people?
Right, so these particles that are coming into the home, they're going to spread in the air, and they may cause allergies, they may cause severe asthma, fatigue, or several different things on people that have a compromised immune system.
Well, and that could be for a real tree or artificial. So let's start with live trees. So we want to make sure we remove all that pollen and mold. What else should we do?
Well, for a live tree, really what we recommend at AdvantaClean is that we put it outside and we hose it, and then we put it in an enclosed space such as your garage to let it air dry before you put it into your home.
Okay.
When it comes down to an artificial tree, what you want to do there is when you store it, wrap it in plastic so that it doesn't collect so much dust. And when you take it out, take a damp cloth and wipe it as much as you can.
And you know, something that I don't ever think to do is just wipe down my tree ornaments. I just pack them up after they've been out all season and then get them out a year later. But you say you really probably should wipe them down. I guess before and after you get them out.
Right. As much as you can do to keep that dust away and outside of your home, it's a good idea.
You just think about putting those little dust bombs on your tree, and it makes us realize how, I guess, it could make us sick. Okay, what about flocking? What is your thought about that?
Well, any sort of products that you use for scents or sprays are going to be full of chemicals, and those are going to be things that can cause these same effects or allergies in people, especially when we're having guests and we don't know how they may react to some of these things.
So true. Now, what about scented candles? They can make your house feel so homey and warm, but it can be a problem for a lot of people.
Yeah, so a lot of these candles, such as some of these, they're petroleum based. So when you're burning a candle, you're putting a lot of fumes, soot into the air that can be very harmful for the people. What we recommend is using some of the candles that are soy based, or maybe some of the hemp, and even the LED candles that are not really a candle, but
and we're used to looking at ingredients on our food, but not necessarily in a candle. But if you look on here, a lot of them will say, they tell you what they're made of. So what is the, so you want to make sure they're not made, will it actually say petroleum, or what will it say? Probably not, right?
I think what they'll say is if they're a soy-based candle or a beeswax,
so just look
for
those.
To
say that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you brought in the beautiful poinsettia. What's the problem here?
So the poinsettias, what most people don't know is that they're part of the rubber family. So anyone who may have an allergy or a reaction to latex may have some of these effects as well when they're in contact with a poinsettia.
I, even as a medical reporter, did not know that. So would that be a problem with it being in the house, or just if you touched it?
Well, it can vary, but touching is one thing that can cause some skin reactions, but sometimes just breathing near it and some of the particles, some of the pollen from it can cause that reaction as well.
Well, good to know. Axel, thanks for coming in from AdvantaClean. You have all kinds of good, smart ideas.